What's up?
Backstage glow where the stories ignite. Crew setting up, yeah, the vibes feel right. Guest rolling, they're the best in the game. Bass change the wave, we're changing the frame. Bills on the mic with the Joe Rogan flair. Learning the journeys, every story we share. Chat with the builders from the chain to the stars. Discovering gems, breaking all the bars. Yo, the crowd's feeling it, energy's alive. Spotlight on the tails where the future arrives. Bass in the air, every story's a spark. Late night on bass, we're lighting the dark. Bass night stories on the stage, we vibe. Talk show magic where the chain comes alive. Tokens in the flow, let the legends provide. Late night on bass, we're taking it worldwide.
All right, friendly DJs of the bass ecosystem. I normally just do my intro, but no. Today we got legends, literally legends who are about to cook and dope hats on. We got Quigs and Kevin. Damn, what up?
What's up? What's up?
What's happening? You recovered over there, man? You good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took a day. It took what day? It was over on Sunday. So yeah, on Monday. Monday just hung out with the kids, but now we're back. We're back.
Dude, your children are so cute, man. They were on the casino night. They were just like gambling in the roulette thing, and it was so adorable. And your son literally is like a mini you. I assume I'm not the only one who's told you that.
Yeah, I mean, so he is so funny, right? So for the past 4 years, they've kind of grown up with me, especially the tail end of COVID. They've grown up watching me on the computer, Mike Red and I just kind of like building stuff in the studio, and so their lens is like this whole thing is like crypto, right? So they go, well, why is Daddy always talking about crypto? And those chips they call crypto coins. So when they walked in and saw everyone gambling, they were like, "Oh, can we go play with the crypto coins?" I'm like, "Sure you can. Come on."
Nice. Yeah, it was a nice. It was a what an event, man. It's still it kind of flew by for me. I don't know about you guys, but when I was already on the plane headed back, I was like, did that really just happen? Like it's over, and I'm already on my way back to the grind, man. Like what just happened?
Yeah, it's always
so fast, man.
it always leading up to it, the months leading up to it, it feels too long. You're like, damn, got to get this thing going. And then, yeah, the moment that it's over, you're like, oh, that wasn't long enough.
Right. Yeah, I think last year.
Real quick, I think my internet's is.
Oh, we're already rugged.
Yeah, he rugged himself. Does that mean that means we take over so you can be Bill now?
I have no idea, man. I think we're probably all tied to his stream here, so we might already be cooked.
Yeah, his frozen face looks so scared. Look at that.
Can you guys like?
Oh, he's coming back.
Yeah, he's back. He's back from the dead. There he is. Oh, nope, he's still.
Can you guys even like see me? Because my connection is literally good. Yeah. I think I'm getting rugged. You guys keep chatting. I'm gonna try to go somewhere where it's a little bit better connection.
Figure out your tech.
We'll just pretend like it's working. Yeah, I got this little. Sorry, I'll just sidetrack us for a minute. I think I told you about it. I got this little pit boss thing. It's only about 2 feet by like 1.5 feet. It's not very big, but it works, man. Throw the pellets in it. I can put probably about 4 chicken legs on here. I'm about to put on and let this thing smoke for a couple hours.
What are you smoking with? What kind of wood are you using?
Let me read it here. I got a bag of it. Hickory
and
oak. Hickory and oak. Yep.
Yeah. Hickory's good. Perfect smoke.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to it. The pellets. I mean, it's like I said, and this thing's like it's got handles on it. I can throw it in the truck if I want to take it down to an event or something. If I want to do some tailgating. Although
yeah, man.
I can't really smoke a brisket during a tailgate because that would probably take too long. But yeah, the chicken, smaller stuff. It's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm. Have you gone to any of the Chiefs? Have you gone to the Chiefs? Any of the Chiefs games?
Oh, I've been to many Chiefs games over the years. I haven't gone though, probably for about 2 years because I was living down in Oklahoma for a bit and then moved back here last year and just haven't had a chance to make it happen yet. But we will. We'll get there. The ticket
I
prices
just
have
want to
gone up
say
significantly. So
Patrick Mahomes does that too, and now Kelsey's married to Taylor Swift, so I don't see prices going down anytime soon.
Yeah, I saw
nah,
that.
dude, they just keeps going up. Friend of mine has like premium good seats, and she was like offering them for sale, and I was like, oh man, I don't know if I could do that right now. And she was like, well, I'll give you a discount. It was still like over $1,000 for 2 tickets. I was like, nah. I love the Chiefs, but I mean, honestly, I just like going and tailgating. That's really what I love, and I like watching it on TV because it's a little bit, it's a little more comfortable. But yeah, man, it's a good experience though. You got to go sometime.
Yeah,
Walk walk into the garage here. Sorry.
yeah.
We
It's
finally we
but
finally have internet connection, so I am
Nice.
back, motherfuckers. I am back. But real quick, for those 220 plus people tuning in, we're gonna probably get to about at least a thousand. If not, I'm literally a failure, and Kevin will never invite me back on Train Summit. So we got to get at least a K. But today's show is dope. Okay, and I see that we have the Cody team backstage. So Quigley and myself and Rachel, three of the official media partners that were honored to be selected by Kevin on Chain Summit San Francisco, which was the dopest, sickest event of the year, without a doubt. And I'd say next to Base Camp, it's the two best events. Now, one of the days, I believe it was Wednesday, they did a hackathon, and they flew in people from all around the world. It was super competitive, where some of the most elite teams came, and we have the winner of the first ever hackathon, and that's Cody, and we'll bring him up. But Kevin, let me ask you this: what were your thoughts overall of the hackathon and the teams participating?
I thought it was really good. For the first year, we actually have a meeting today to kind of post-mortem, kind of discuss everything, and I think there were definitely some things that we could do better. I think next year there's some pieces that we're going to add, but I think for the first year it was really dope. I think maybe you can find out when you talk to them today, but I think the builders were kind of surprised. I think they were probably expecting to come into more of a traditional hackathon where you walk into a building, they have some little, some bagels and stuff. You have a talk, and then you just basically pound it out, for 12 hours a day, 3 days straight. And it wasn't really that. It was more, there was some pounding out sessions for just deving it. But really, there was a lot of like making the builders connect with each other, with folks from Coinbase. And then, some of the food service kind of, like, for example, the dinner, right? When we sit down for dinner on Wednesday night, I didn't really set up traditional service. Like, we didn't plate everything individually. It was family style. So it made the builders get up, walk over to the kitchen, get their own wine, sit down. And it was just, you could tell that it was a different vibe for them. And I think that made it maybe a little bit more special. So it was good.
Yeah, what were your thoughts overall, Quigs? Because you were there a little bit earlier than I, and you saw the energy. What do you think about everything?
I think there's something really special about putting together, and I loved it. But first of all, like just bringing the builder vibes, like it's kind of like missing the first year. I mean, obviously everyone is building something, but like actually having having devs show up and become part of the event was truly special. But I think there's something even more magical about putting uh, the social side almost around these devs while they're building. So have obviously we have base support, we have Kevin there, we have I know like the Crisis King team had a dev in there, and sort of just having, I mean, people like me, people like you, people from the base community just kind of walking through and trying not to get in the way too much, but also giving some feedback or like encouragement, motivation, maybe even, I mean, in the future maybe that's something that's just kind of baked into the whole thing, is like, wouldn't it be cool to have a little bit of that, direct uh, impact from the community while there's builders building? I think that's a magical thing you don't see in a hackathon. Like you said, it's more usually kind of like kind of closed off, closed environment, which does make sense for builders. I mean, like you don't want them to be distracted or like overwhelmed with some some devs are like, leave me alone. I just want to cook. I just want to work. But I don't know. I think that's pretty cool, and gives a chance for people like me who, I'm not a dev, but I've worked with a lot of dev teams, and I think I compared it to when I was at On Chain Summit. It kind of hit me. I was like, back in the day, I'm not a musician by any means, but like I had a lot of friends that were musicians, and they wanted to start a band, and so we're literally like hanging out. My buddy's a drummer, my other one writes music, he's a guitar player, and they're like, just trying to figure out, how's this gonna work? What's the name of the band gonna be? Like, what, all that. And I had that ability. I could say, hey, you should do this, you should name it this, but I was never like a musician. Of course, I ended up being a bass player because there was no somebody. They needed someone, so they literally just hand me a bass and they're like, all right, you're the bass player. But it reminds me of that kind of environment where people like me can still interact and be part of it. And then you never know, we might start vibe coding right there on the spot. So you never know how that goes.
Just read it.
Yeah. No, it was sweet to see, and there's so many like dope prizes. Like shout out to Boomer and Griff. They created like an on-chain TikTok shop, which I'm surprised they didn't win. Honestly, I thought it was dope. But then obviously Cody came in, and obviously what they're doing is super cool. So we have 430 people tuning in again, guys. At least 1,000. Real quick, Kevin, before we bring up Cody on, are you going to base camp?
I was talking to Chintan this morning about it. I think I probably will go. I'm just trying to figure it out. We have some really, really big events in September, October, November here in the city at all the locations. So I'm 70% chance I'll be there. It looks like I'm going to do it. But the next couple of days I'll know. And one thing about Summit that I want people to think about, like, we're all together on X and on Farcaster, right? And I was thinking about this on the drive over to the city this morning. I'm like, what's the difference between our connections and why we show up on social media compared to why we would show up for Summit? And I feel like, see if you follow this, I feel like we go there for like our dopamine, right? Like all that dopamine hit that you get from social media. And it's like you come to this in real life thing for the serotonin, right? Like the connections, the connections with each other, the hugs, the handshakes, the eye to eye. And I don't know, I want to think about that more often because or more in depth, because I think, walking away, by the time we got to Saturday night, the same thing happened that happened last year. Like I started seeing people, how do I explain this? On Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, people had a ton of space between them. But by the time you got to Saturday, people that I know just met, like their personal space just closed right in this venue, and everyone was connected. So it was like, I don't know, that was my takeaway from the whole week. And I was super happy to kind of see that energy and that vibe happen, because I know a lot of these people didn't know each other. So just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, by the end of the night, I mean, it was cool. Like, honestly, it was funny, actually. First night was poker night, extremely well done. And I mean, your team is just fantastic in the room and everything. Actually, the first night, you can only get these like interactions in real life, right? And it was funny because I've been on base for a while. I've actually never spoken to Chintan. Kind of crazy. I'd never spoken to Chintan. He was sitting next, actually before the event started. I think he was talking to you, and I had to introduce myself, and that's the vibe that you can only do in person, right? Meet up people, and obviously some people are a little more timid to do these things. I'm not, but even if you're timid, by the end of Saturday, drinks are flowing. Everyone felt comfortable. There was not a single person that just stood at the corner, and that's cool. It got people out of their shells. Oh, there's my dog.
No, it's true. It's true. We kind of push, we don't push people to feel uncomfortable, but like the staff, myself, Don, Zach, definitely Rob, right? Like it's in his DNA. We kind of just watch. Our job the first 4 nights before Saturday is to watch everyone and to see like, okay, is there anybody that you can just non-verbally, you can kind of tell that maybe they don't know how to get in, or they look like they're awkward, whatever. You just go and connect with those people. And honestly, it's just a human touch, right? Like a hand on the shoulder, handshake, a dap, a hug, whatever. And all of a sudden people are like, guard goes down, and then they start connecting. And I don't know. I think it was another special week.
No, it was. And I think the connections you build in real life you just can't fake it. It's much more than just like through a screen. So without further ado, though, let's bring up the inaugural #1 on-chain Summit Hackathon winners, and that is the team from Cody. Hola, ¿cómo está, mi amigo? How are you doing today?
Hey guys, good to see you. Good to see you, Kevin. How are you?
Up?
Look at this. So, all right. So, Cody game, we need to talk. First of all, congratulations on
Thank
being
you.
number one. That is a big deal because there were some very talented teams that showed up. Let me ask you this. Tell me about the whole experience at On Chain Summit coming from Spain. It's a far trip. Start with this. Why did you decide to come all the way to San Francisco for this event?
Yeah, first of all, the event was insane. Like you guys talk about it, but like being like 4 days there building, like the dev part has been like magical. You guys saw the fun part, but the actual building was even more fun. So actually, it was very interesting. We saw this tweet about Jesse tweet like previous week. He said that there was 5 missing spots, and we said, okay, we really wanted to build this in base, and it was like the perfect opportunity to take the chance and do it. And we applied. We got accepted on Saturday. Actually, I got to talk with Kevin on Saturday. We took the flights on Tuesday. Actually, one of my teammates, he didn't even have the passport, so he had to update it. Yeah, and basically we took 2 days after the flight, and yeah, we started building on Wednesday, and we won on Saturday.
I just love you just built and then you win. Describe the feeling about first of all, what does it mean for you guys to win? Does it solidify in your head that you're on the right path? Like what were your expectations of when you heard your name that that you were the winner? What was going through your head?
No, I mean it was crazy. Like we feel really humble because the quality of projects and teams there was insane. Like we know our product was cool, and we knew kind of what probably base team was looking into, which was a product that is not built for Web3 but with Web2 audience in mind. So no crypto jargon, something that is fun, low stakes, easy to play. So that was our idea before coming in. So probably that was the perfect match. But getting to be the top 3 winners that were announced on Friday was Saturday morning was insane. But then when we got to know that we were the winners, was like, okay, we're actually living like a dream, flying all the time. And yeah, it was honor because the top 3 teams were also like top notch. And yeah, it was like insane feeling.
Quigs, what are your thoughts on Cody when you heard that they won and you kind of saw what they were doing?
Yeah, like I believe it was at 111 Minna when we were enjoying sort of the after party that I first met the team, and they showed me the game and I played it, and I was like, yeah, these are the kinds of things that you know can really they're simple, they're fun. It's just a great sort of like onboarding type of game. So I wasn't shocked to see them in the final, and then obviously hats off, man. Congratulations on winning the thing. And yeah, I mean it's tough because you got all these. I'm sure the judging on this was incredibly difficult. Even the awards that they gave out before the top 3. I'm like, yeah, those were all really cool products. I could see all of them doing really well as mini apps. And yeah, man, just what a cool thing to be able to showcase at an event like this. So yeah, man, I thought it was awesome.
And Kevin, let me ask you this: like, let's be real. When you saw and you heard Cody's preparation and what they were building, did you think they were going to take the top spot? Be honest. We only like honesty on this show, or did you think it was going to be a tough ride?
Well, here's what in full honesty, watching them build, right? Again, nonverbals, because I didn't see any of the builds, right? Like I was so busy in it on Wednesday and Thursday that I didn't get really access to see any development, right? I didn't really see any of the apps until the end, right? That it was like the final day when they turned them in. That's when I started reviewing everything. And my role, there was a number of judges. My role was to view it as 2 things. One, could I see Web2 folks using the apps? And 2, would I invest in it? Would I be a part of a team to bankroll pushing whatever the build was out to market, right? Those were my lenses. So watching this team Wednesday and Thursday, the thing that stood out about them was their focus, right? Like regardless of what they built, you're trying to pick up cues along the way, and they were uber focused on the build, right? And so that was interesting to watch. And I will say, Quigley just spoke about this. The judging was super difficult, right? Like we thought, we were going to be able to bang it out in a few hours, and that wasn't the case. It was really, really because you come up with we couldn't even narrow it down. And then once we narrowed it down, it was like, okay, we have to start getting rid of folks, right? And it was like, it was impossible because there were so many that we were like, all right, well, we would invest in this. We would get behind this. This is going to work. So kudos to the Cody team, because to be able to get through that process was hard.
Yeah, I was just as excited for everybody. It makes me realize when I see the level of competition of what's being built from like Cody and again Griff, who happened to come in as I was shouting out. He didn't even need to tell me that. I just wanted to shout him out, and the other amazing builders, Base Junkie and stuff. The level of development on the base app is just getting better and better and better by the day, and that is super cool. So I know, Cody, I want to go through the mini app and showcase it. So you're saying right now it's in beta only. Oh, okay. So it's only on the new base app and Farcaster mobile. Gotcha. Because I was trying to play it on the web.
I can share if you want. I have my phone plugged. If you want.
Yeah. Why don't you share it? I want people to see it.
Sure.
Why don't
Amazing.
you share it and I'll add it to the stage.
Perfect. Yeah. Let me do that.
So Kevin, while we wait for that, do you think next year at On-Chain Summit you're going to have? I assume you guys are going to have another hackathon, and do you think it'll be bigger?
Yeah, so we're going to lean into it. I think we can talk about this later, but the two main takeaways that we're going to kind of enrich this part is, one, we're going to try to double the prize money, right? So the take for me right now, starting this week, moving forward, is to find partners that want to support builders exclusively and want to help underwrite this, so that at a bare minimum there can be $60,000 available as prize money. That's the first goal. And then the second goal is to, I think, work with Chintan and his team to lean in even harder on the actual support, right? Like Coinbase was great, but let's be honest, right? They were kind of scrambling like we were. This thing kind of happened in the wild when we were already out there, right? Flying. So to be able to set the two venues up where there are more zones where builders can go and get really kind of one-on-one time to help them with issues or refine problems and things like that.
Cool. All right. So Cody, show us the app, what you guys created that was declared the champion of On-Chain Summit's hackathon.
Let's do it. Okay, so this is the new base app. It's in beta, so I think it's only 1% right now of users using it, but it's going to be huge, right? So it's also available on Farcaster mobile for everyone who wants to play. It's in beta. We launched it actually last Friday. We demoed it being in production. We had to fix a lot of bugs in the plane back to Spain, but right now it's working and the prize pools are growing. And this is also probably one of the things that we want, because we were able to ship to production and people are using it, they're playing. So let me show you. So Cody lives in the base app, right? So the new base app is really nice because it indexes like multiple things, right? So you get to see Cody as the count. You get to see Cody as the coin, and also for sure the app, right? So Cody is an on-chain AI game. Cody is this little guy, and he basically every day starts a new game. He selects a secret code. He has it on chain, and then the game starts. So when you get to enter the app, you can play the active game, and players compete to guess the secret code. So this is pretty fun, low stakes. The idea is that the first one that cracks the secret code actually earns the first prize. Cody only speaks emoji, right? So the only way to actually speak with Cody is with emojis. So people need to select between 20 emojis that will change per game. And then when you send the output, you need to add one USDC to the prize pool. We wanted to make something that is profitable from day one. We're not building just a token or something that has a lot of users. We want it to be profitable from day one. So we take 20% of that to the company treasury, and 80% of that goes to the prize pool. So in order to add $1 to the pool, we use Base Pay, which, by the way, it's free for fees. No fees for the users. You just confirm the payment. And what is happening here is that Cody is an AI model, right? So Cody has access to a deterministic score that analyzes your code. And I will give you a score from 0 to 100 based on how close you are. If I were to get 100%, it means that I actually cracked the code and I instantly win, and the prize goes to the top leaderboard. In this case, I got a 60%. It means that I close, but it means that I didn't crack it yet, right? So Cody is meant to be a social game. This is the active game right now. You get to see every time all the players that are playing their best scores, and also you get to also match them. So what we're finding out is that in order to crack the code, you need to go social. You need to ask friends. You need to play with groups. You need to make sure that you start sharing scores, because it is a skill game, because you need to identify the patterns on how you grow in a score, but it's something that you need to play social, right? So we've done already 8 games in the last 6 days. The biggest game was 1,700. This was everything organic, insane, right? And the winner actually get to earn 50% of that. So when the game ends, you get to see actually the secret code, and then the top 20 scores get a part of that. So yeah, this is Cody. This is live right now for everyone. It's in beta, so we don't want to go like crazy yet, but I saw some traction, and we have a lot of ideas for adding new games.
I love it. And you also have the Cody token that is now getting the trenches. Super into it as well. Quigs or Kevin, you guys have any last thoughts for the Cody team?
I was just curious, like during the event, the token launched on Clanker, right? So I was just curious, did that happen all kind of on the fly, or was that something you'd already been looking at?
That was super fun. So it was Thursday. We wanted to integrate the token right inside the app for Friday. We didn't have time. And then I was talking with Dylan. Dylan is this head of mini apps development team of Base App. And we mentioned Clanker, right? We talk about Clanker, and he said, no, Clanker guys are downstairs. I also knew Clanker because the day before I talked with Kevin about it, and I knew how good it was for us it was a perfect fit. So I got downstairs, I got introduced to the Clanker team. So I got upstairs again with some guy called Jack. I didn't know who he was. I knew Jack, but I know he was actually Jack, right? So we sat down for an hour, and actually Jack and I launched the token on Clanker together. It was like this magical experience upstairs at the holler that I cannot even express how was it. It was like amazing. Getting Jack to help us define the tokenomics. We had an idea, right? But getting his instant feedback, getting the UI, kind of getting him like we were sit down in the sofa. It was like amazing, right? So he helped us launch the token, and decided like kudos and shout out to Clanker team because they're amazing. And yeah, this is how we launched. We actually launched on Friday morning. And it was thanks to this serendipity of having the Clanker team downstairs at the holler, going upstairs again, and getting it launched before the actual demo. Yeah, it was amazing.
I always talk about that with Spaces and now with On-Chain Summit as well. Like, it's one of my favorite things that can happen, and what a great opportunity, to showcase when people are together in real time and in a real place. Special things can happen. So yeah, man, that's amazing. What a cool story, and I'm glad I got a chance to meet you guys there, and congrats, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, shout out to the Clanker team. Shout out to Jack. Actually, had him on the stream the other day, and the first time I ever even talked to him and met him was at On-Chain Summit. Went up to him, we chatted. I'm telling you, that is the connections that you can only get in real life. Like, I don't care. I have a feeling 2026 On-Chain Summit is going to be insane. I don't know how, Kevin, you're going to top it off, brother, but good luck. That's all I can say. Good luck.
Well, look, so like in this space, I mean, we've been in this space a long time, right? And what's one of the things that people are always asking for? They're always asking for alpha, right? They always want to know, like, what's coming next, who's building, what's going to work, what's not going to work. And, all I'll say is all the builders that were there, if you want alpha, just hang out and look who's building. Like all these cats. I mean, yeah, he's got great hair. That probably helps. Just kidding. But no, I mean, seriously, like it's really about kind of watching where the puck goes, and when you see builders connect with other builders, i.e. Jack at Clanker, I mean, dope shit's going to happen, right? And so to me, that's it. Being able to kind of meet the builders, and like Quigley, for example, right? Like Quigley just talked about not being a musician, but being able to help the band because he's an idea guy, right? The place is not filled. There's a number of Quigleys in the room. You know what I'm saying? So it's like once you start to mix that shit up, it's, I think, really cool things. I'm just personally excited as the year goes through. I'm going to be acutely watching all the builders that showed up, like just kind of watching what they're going to be putting out on Base App. And those are the people that I'm bullish on. Those are the people I'm going to follow because, there was some really dope builds. And like this Cody app is going to blow up, right? Like when people come onto Base App, shit's going to catch fire. It's just
yeah. And the Cody app, that's why I reached out. And their first ever interview after On-Chain Summit is with your boy, Build a Bull, LFG. I know winners when I spot it. Real quick, Cody, before we let you go, are you going to the base camp?
Yes, we got invited to Basecamp for winning
Congrats.
actually the hackathon. Well, that was actually the biggest prize was going to Basecamp, I think. So yeah, we're going in a couple of weeks. So we'll see you there, Kevin.
We will see you there. It'll be a good time. We can do maybe some media out there as well. But my friend from Spain, thank you for coming on the stream. We have 962 people who all now know about Cody. Please get me at least 35 more so I have at least a K and I'm not a loser in my mom's eyes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Kevin.
Good seeing you, man.
Wow, that is Cody. I mean, what a good. I'm glad you came on, Kevin, because like I said, that's a byproduct of your event that you created.
Our event. You keep saying that shit. It's
my bad. I
bro. Mean, I'm the key holder to the front door, but that's about it. Let's just be real, right? I mean, I'm the guy that turns the car on and then opens the doors. It's our event. It's our event.
I like it. Very politically correct. I like that.
It's true. It wouldn't be a cool event if it was just me and Don.
Dude, those kicks, by the way. Oh my God. Can we also just say a shout out to those kicks? Oh my God. My wife thinks it's kind of crazy that I put a little cartoon sticker on it, but of me, but I think it looks so dope.
Can I tell you a quick story about those shoes?
Of course.
All right. So I haven't told anybody this yet, except for Chen Ten. Chen Ten's the only one that knows this. So about 5 months ago, we do a lot of academies with custom sneakers, right? And so we have some factories we work with in China. We have some local factories here that kind of, we design, we build a silhouette, a model, we send it, refine the drawings, they build it, right? So we had a factory, that we've worked with before. We're like, yo, this is the silhouette for On-Chain Summit in the summer. Cool. So they started crafting it, right? They sent me a sample, which I have, and I didn't show anyone because I didn't want to get killed. Just freaking fire, right? I was so excited. I was like, cool. So then we started making all the patches and everything, right? And then they shipped it was like, I think 600 pairs. And then I get a call 2 weeks, or not a WhatsApp message 2 weeks prior to Summit. And Seven, who's my connecting with the factory, said, Kevin, I think we have a problem. I was like, what's the problem? And they were like, our containers, 2 of our containers are being held up in LA. And your stuff is on one of those containers. They're being held in customs. I was like, okay, no big deal. I'm going to get it by Summit, right? Like I got to have it the Friday before so we can, she said, I'm not sure. I was like, oh, fuck. So we went into like, code red. And so we actually, the shoes that you had, I was super happy with, right? But we called a connect in the Midwest from Shields, shout out to Shields, and said, yo, I need canvas, white on white, white sole. I know Nike made one. I know it was a limited drop. I got to find it. And damn if Shields didn't put it together for us.
Wow.
Inside a week and a half. They got all that inventory together of that very specific colorway and sent it to us in order to do it. So I just want to give a shout out to Shields. They came through, and what that means is now I've got 600 pairs of shoes that are ready, like base specific On-Chain Summit, like On-Chain Summit logo, the whole thing, ready to roll. So we've got kind of another round of custom shoes waiting for us.
Whew. Fire, bro. Fire. Well, shout out to them for making it happen, because that was the highlight of a lot of people's nights, just having that extra swag included in the ticket. I mean, the ticket paid for itself times 5. But I know, Kevin, you got to probably run. So we appreciate you. Quigs, you're more welcome to stay. We'll talk to Burgers on Base. Up to you. But I appreciate you, my friend.
I just want to ask Kevin real quick, if you can hear me before you go. You're saying that the shoe, the way that it was being customized, was that not originally the plan? Like the shoes are going to come sort of.
Oh, no. The way we customized it was all planned. I'm saying the actual model that you got, right? You guys got a kind of a limited run Nike full canvas white on white, right? Like, I mean, I was super happy because I can't believe we got that model. But there is a On-Chain Summit custom, which is kind of has the vibes of a Nike SB Dunk kind of vibe that was in production. So all the other stuff that you saw, we kind of, all of that came through, right? Working with Ruben and his crew, all the custom patches, all of that, was great. super happy with it. Being able to do them with the t-shirts, being able to hook up your hats, those kinds of things. That went well. It was just the exact model. It could have been a disaster. We just got lucky.
Man, well, let's go. I'm stoked for those shoes. So I'll be rocking those in base camp. That's for damn sure. Let's go. Kevin, appreciate you, bro.
Love you guys. Later.
Adios.
All right. That was Kevin. Quigs, you want to stay on for a little bit?
Man, I gotta pop off for. I don't know
Sure.
why it is, but like I'm getting the weirdest audio like distortion. I don't know what happened there, but
Midwest things.
well, maybe it's just my service. But yeah, I just appreciate you letting me hop on with you today.
Bro,
I'm
anytime.
gonna hop off right in the middle of that. I got Sarah coming down asking me all kinds of questions. I'm like, I literally can't do this right now. If I'm on a space, like, she can usually do that because I can like mute it and just talk to her. But I'm like, there's people looking at me, so
Yeah. Well,
I
shout
can't
out
go.
to your wife. It was great to meet her as well. Shout out to you,
Yeah.
my friend. The number one person who does spaces by far. If you guys are tuning in, it's Quigley, hands down. So I think you're doing one today. Yes, I'll try to stop
Yeah,
by.
we're gonna do just a little pop up on Chain Summit recap. I thought about doing more of a formal like, let's get everybody invited and locked in thing, but I kind of like just doing these little pop up spaces. Sometimes it's a little more chill. So I
Gotcha.
think 7 p.m. CST, I'll just open up a space, and anyone who was there at the event, or even if you weren't there and you just want to talk or ask questions, like just pop in, say what's up, and yeah, I'll let you know when I get this retake thing figured out. It's gonna be like I was today, though. I'm gonna be literally just walking around doing shit. So
Hey,
hopefully,
that's legit, man. Retake needs just a casual streamer who speaks alpha and does barbecues. I
yeah,
tune in.
that's what we're gonna be doing here in a little bit, smoking some chicken and eating that here hopefully in a few hours before that space. But yeah, man, I appreciate it. The Base Collective, we announced everything on that. So if you're a member of the Base Collective and you're wondering what's going on, feel free to ask, tap in my DMs if you have questions. But website's being updated. Right now it's kind of more of like a holding page while we get everything wired up with our staking pool, Web3 Connect, all that fancy stuff. And then here on the 5th, I'll be launching Real Fun, which is our attempt at bringing a different sort of approach to launch pads on base and really generally in the ecosystem. Just trying to find a better way to do things, more transparency and safeguards in place. So stay tuned for that. And otherwise, yeah, I'll see you all in spaces. Bill, you have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too, my friend. You too. Quigley, appreciate you, my friend. Actually, Quigley is one of the reasons I actually, I've known Quigley for a bit, but I got to really get tight with him during this this event. Very, very grateful to do that. All right, we have about 1,096 people tuning in. Shout out again, Sisla. What about folks that can't show up, need the live streaming done for the next one? I think they do live stream the events, but if not, your boy will definitely be streaming. When I Web 350, what's up, bruh? When I put the shoes on Snapchat, I get DMs about how to go to the next event. I don't blame you. The event of the year on Chain Summit San Francisco. Embryo, those look sick. On Chain Summit 3 kicks will be fire 10x. Absolutely. I may be biased, but I think it's going to get better and better and better. All right. 1,100 people tuned in. Now, next guest is new to the space. Might not be as big as some of the other guests I have on, but you know what? They are dedicated and they've shown me a lot of love and support. So I'm going to show a lot of love and support back. And that's Louis Burgers on base. My friend, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Can't complain, man. I have blessed to be doing this, streaming with some great people. Just had the On-Chain Summit Hackathon winners on. So it's cool, man. Whereabouts in the world do you call home?
The Panhandle of Florida. I was born and raised in Northwest Florida.
Florida. I love Florida. I actually went to school down in Miami. Miami is like its own little place in the world, I guess, compared to the rest of Florida. But I do have a lot of love for Florida. Not the humidity, though. Not a huge fan.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. It gets pretty bad here sometimes. I was actually a landscaper for like 8 years before I started doing what I'm doing now, and pretty crazy weather.
Absolutely.
But
All
yeah,
right. So talk to us. Talk to us real quick. All right. So Burgers on Base, like I said, it might be new to a lot of people. You guys are still like relatively on a lower market cap scale, but tell us kind of what is the general thesis of Burgers on Base? What are you guys trying to do?
So let me tell you how we started out first. So we started out on the Flaunch Launchpad. It's one of the best launch pads
Shout
on
out to
base, in my
Flaunch.
opinion.
Absolutely, Caps. Shout out to
You
him.
can use creator revenue to empower your community, to empower your project, just like I did. So we started on Flaunch. I used the first $300 of creator revenue because we were just a regular hamburger meme coin at that point. We were a useless meme project, essentially. We used the first $300 worth of fees to pay the deck screener. We updated deck screener. Our community really started forming and growing. In Telegram, someone suggested we should put creator revenue towards donations.
Mhm.
That I should go feed people, like give people burgers in real life on retake. So that's something that I'm still looking at doing in the future, is like getting on stream on retake, going handing out actual hamburgers to homeless people. But what our project really turned into is it turned from a useless hamburger meme coin to something that 50% of revenue goes towards donations, 50% of revenue goes towards buying back the token and burning it.
Oh, wow.
So just as a special occasion for you on your stream today, we're actually going to donate all of it. Instead of burning half of it, we're going to donate the whole amount of it right here on stream in a few minutes to feed the children.
Wow. Okay, let's do it. Do you have a link so we can see it live, and I'll share it on the screen?
I'm actually gonna flip my camera over. You're gonna see my screen in just a moment, and I'm gonna do it all right here, if that's cool with you.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Cool. So I'm gonna go to Flaunch real quick. I'm sure you guys can see me. I'm just gonna check real fast. Yeah, you're all good. So I go up here to get my creator revenue.
Okay.
It's that easy. So in just a few clicks, just a few seconds, you can see I just claimed $203. Now, I use Phantom for this because I have to bridge to the mainnet Ethereum chain.
Mm-hmm.
And it's super easy. So someone donated, I had like 3 different donations of about $200 worth. So right now we have $402.36
Wow.
of base Ethereum. We click swap. And unfortunately, we do have to bridge it over to mainnet because they don't accept donations like on base yet.
Only on ETH.
Yeah. So I leave a little bit of Ethereum on base, obviously, for gas fees. And a little bit nervous because this is my first stream I'm actually been on. So
welcome to streaming land. Glad.
Appreciate it, man. I got to get my streaming legs up because I'm going to start streaming every Sunday doing these donations.
Oh, dude, that's definitely the way to do it, man. If you can build in public, do stuff in public like that, it goes a long way.
So you can see I just bridged Ethereum. It took just a few moments. This is going to update in just a second. I also have the base app here that I use, the base wallet.
Mm-hmm.
So I only use Phantom whenever I bridge. Now let me go ahead and go over here to feed the children. I have the page set up to make donations with crypto. So right here, you can donate crypto.
Very cool.
We're going to look at how much of Ethereum I got. We're going to do this every single Sunday, by the way. So if y'all like this, we're going to be here every Sunday. We're going to stream it on retake. We're going to be feeding people. So we have 0.89 Ethereum. I'm going to leave a little bit for gas. I'm going to donate like 0.087. $389.93. We're going to dedicate this to Late Night on Base with Bill. Right here, Burger Money Base. And my autofill kind of just docks me a little bit, but I don't really care.
Don't worry, no one could see because it's kind of zoomed out far enough. You don't need to worry.
Yeah. So right here, This is what I have to send it to, 0.087 Ethereum. Go ahead and open my wallet, send Ethereum. I paste the address, FC62, starts with DE1C8. You can see right there. I'm going to send 0.087 Ethereum. Next. Send. So I leave the remainder, I leave a little bit of gas in these wallets at all times because I don't want to leave it like without gas or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and post a link to this transaction on your stream on X once it's finalized. So you can see right here it's sent and it's finalized.
You are using what crypto is meant to be, and that is helping solve hunger. That's amazing, man. Congratulations to you. Shout out. That's really dope that you did, not just because you did it on the stream, but like you're taking a real world problem and utilizing crypto for that. And that's all through the fees that you've earned from Flaunch. That's great, man.
100%. 100% because of Flaunch, because of their fees from the trading volume, it enables all of this. I couldn't do this without Flaunch. I don't have my own personal money to invest into
For
this.
sure.
And I want it to be a grassroots thing that we can all come together and help feed children. We're going to move towards other organizations, but it's always going to be something that's focused on feeding people that aren't as privileged as people like me or you, maybe.
Are you somebody who's always had this philanthropic spirit within you?
I think, yeah. I mean, I've always wanted to help people, but the biggest struggle to me was finding how I could easily achieve it without consuming myself. And this is a good outlet for me to kind of get some energy out, if that makes sense. And it really keeps me going,
For
knowing
sure.
that I'm helping people.
What is your community like? What is the burger community like? Hamburger lovers, are they more philanthropic as well? What kind of community spirit and vibes encompasses Burgers on Base?
I would say about half and half. So about half of my community members really love just the meme and they want to see us moon and go to Mars and all that. The other half of the community members that join my spaces, they speak with me, they send me DMs. They're very helpful. Like you said, philanthropic. I know I butchered that. I'm not very educated, but
No, you're good, man.
I'm very street smart. So I'm good at resolving things. I'm good at fixing things where some people may not see a solution. It just falls right in place for me. But we have a big mixture in our community. I'm more than happy to grow our community, to collaborate with any projects. If anyone can hear me right now, you want to collaborate with Burgers, send me a DM. Burgermoney.xyz is our website. You can see our donations made. I'm going to post the one I just made after this stream ends. You can see our white paper. So you'll see information about me as the dev, how we started, where we're going, and what the purpose is. Our project technically is called Burger Money,
Sure.
but I go by Burgers on Base because it's so easy. You immediately know the ticker. You immediately know the chain. It's right in your face.
I like it, man. I like it. I just want to give a quick shout out to a couple people in the audience. We got Kate Pudgy reposted stream. I think Kate Pudgy really likes burgers. Been showing a lot of love.
She does.
Got
I love
much
Kate.
got much love from my MF right there. Met him in On Chain Summit, San Francisco. That community is really sick, and I really like this individual. I'm just highlighting my friend. I can't wait for him to start streaming. We're gonna do some great things together. And shout out to Anison DeFi reposted the stream. So Burgers on Base, I guess my last question for you before we have to kind of wrap things up. Why did you guys launch on Base specifically? Obviously you had ability to do a lot of different things, but you chose Base. Why?
Man, Base is the place. So Base is where everything is happening right now. I've always been hesitant to really be bullish on Ethereum. I started crypto about 4 to 5 years ago. I was big on Ethereum when I first got into crypto. It never really did much, like price wise, like some other coins did. So I kind of lost interest in it. The chain, the gas fees was too much. Base, what Brian is doing, what Jesse is doing with just amazing content creation, the way that they're supporting a healthy community it blows me away. So I made a post like a day or two ago about how refreshing it is to see women in this space, to see them have the courage to be able to go on streams. That's something that you don't see on other chains. You don't see
True.
on Solana anyway, because they would have so much spam in their chats. They would basically be like ridiculed off stream. So the fact that we have a healthy ecosystem where creators can create, we don't have to feel ashamed. We could be who we truly want to be. That's the biggest reason why I chose Base. And also, just what Brian is doing with Coinbase, Ethereum, I really feel like this is the only place where burgers could have been successful.
Incredible. All right, my friend. Well, we got to wrap things up. Truly an honor. Thanks for coming on the stream.
Thanks, Bill. Take care, man.
Take care. All right, we got Louis from Burgers on Base. Super dope. Hopefully we have 1,200 plus people tuning in today. It was great. So one last thing, I'll keep you guys up to date. The auctions are going to specifically start now. Wait for my next tweet. We are taking the internet capital markets and we're putting it on its head to create something called the streaming economy. On my mini app on Farcaster, the bids are open. We're going to hold it on for 48 hours. I think the first one might not get too much attention, but I think as time progresses, it's going to be dope. And the winner of this, you just bid, auction, money will be returned at the end to the whoever doesn't win. But you got to be the co-sponsor of 4 different shows next week. Like I said, I stream Monday through Thursday at the same time on Retake. I have a growing audience. You get not only to be the brand sponsor of the 4 shows, you get to be on my show for a clip. You get 2 Zora clips. You also get an interview, a banner on my mini app. So we're going to blow it up. We'll show you guys on my tweet. But listen, 1,206 people tuned in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let the games begin. Internet capital markets, streaming economy. Let's go. LFG. Peace.